What's good, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are preparing physically, mentally, spiritually for the dark times ahead of us, and hope you guys are getting right with God and staying strong. Got some very important information to share with you guys today. And if you're living on the West Coast, don't be afraid, but I would encourage you to just be on high alert and to just keep your guard up because you never know what could happen. But today, this just happened, and I'm bringing it to you guys' attention because I feel like it's very serious. But, don't be afraid and continue paying attention and be ready for anything because you never know what could happen. But this huge volcano, right? Massive volcano. It says a massive volcano erupts near Tonga, triggering a tsunami advisory for the West Coast. But this volcano right here, you got to keep in mind that it actually erupted underwater because it's an underwater volcano. So that's something to keep in mind. But they now, and it's not even just for the West Coast as well, but it's also it says Australia as well. But it says a massive underwater volcano that erupted just before sundown Friday sent waves several feet high smashing into the shores of the Pacific island nation of Tonga and triggered tsunami advisories from Australia to Canada, including the U.S. West Coast. So the West Coast is on high alert right now for this thing. But like I said, if you're on the West Coast, don't panic, but just keep your guard up and, be ready for anything. Like I said, I'm bringing this to your attention just so you guys know what's happening, because this is pretty much breaking news right now. It says plumes from the explosion reached more than 12 miles above sea level, according to the Tonga Geological Services, at its widest. The cloud caused by the ash and steam reached about 150 miles across, making it easily seen from satellites. Let me just play this really quickly and see. So yeah, it was a quick 2-second GIF video. It says in Tonga, a home of 105,000 people, the extent of the injuries and damage caused were still largely known. Communications were disrupted for hours, according to the AP. Waves flooded parts of the capital, however you say that place, just 40 miles from the site of the eruption, including parts of the grounds at Royal Palace, according to Radio New Zealand. On Twitter, a Tonga resident named, however you say his name, posted a video on Saturday showing feet-high waves washing across a road into homes. The activity from the Tonga volcano continued into Saturday morning with another less powerful 10 to 15 minute long eruption, according to the Tonga Geological Service. Geologists saw massive explosions and lightning during the eruption, it says. An official in the country's Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources told the news website that geologists had observed massive explosions and lightning during the eruption. Big day yesterday, indeed. It was great getting out there during the volcano's peak hours. It's a geologist's dream to see actual geological events in process. Ash from the eruption could contaminate drinking water, the Tonga government warned. Residents were advised to cover water reservoirs and to check their roofs for ash before reconnecting rainwater systems. Now, you get the point of this, right? Pretty much this just erupted recently, very recently. And now the west coast of the U.S. is on high alert for it. And I believe there's people, as we speak, that are actually evacuating from the west coast right now. But I want you guys to remember this too, and I've been saying this for weeks, but they've been using this word tsunami a lot in recent headlines. And I have no idea if this is the one that they were referring to. I have no clue at all. But we know that this just happened recently, and if you're on the West Coast, just stay on high alert and just be ready for anything. And be ready to evacuate just in case, just in case. But as you guys know, they've been using this word tsunami a lot in recent headlines, and you can see that if you've been paying attention. We've had this discussion already. They really have been using this word like crazy in recent headlines, and there's a reason why they're subliminally um, telling us this constantly, right? So yeah, that's just something that I'm reminding you guys about. They've really been using this word a lot in recent headlines, and there's definitely a bigger, much deeper meaning behind um, the reason why they're using it, right? Just like with everything else, right? There's always a bigger picture behind everything else that they're doing. Same thing with them using this word constantly. So yeah, one more thing that I wanted to show you guys before I end the video off is that I don't remember if I mentioned this in this video already or not, but there are people on the west coast of the U.S. who are already evacuating due to this situation. So again, I'm going to say it again, don't panic and don't lose your mind over this if you're on the west coast, but, just be ready for anything. Like we've been saying for such a long time now, be ready for anything because you never know what tomorrow may bring. You never know what could happen at any moment. But yeah, it says a flood warning has been issued for Hawaii after tsunami waves have been detected offshore. The tsunami advisory warning was issued for Hawaii after an earlier volcanic eruption in Tonga. Tonga, which is a Polynesian kingdom of more than 170 South Pacific islands, experienced multiple waves after the eruption that submerged much of its coastline underwater. The eruption of the Hanga Tonga volcano in Tonga was so big it could be seen from here. I'm sure you guys know the truth about that as well. It says the warning included details of strong currents and high waves that will hit California on Saturday morning, it claims. This is what the article's claiming. This isn't what I'm saying. I'm hoping that this doesn't happen, but the eruption already took place. But I'm saying I hope that this, if this tsunami thing does happen for the West Coast, I hope it's not major. But it says, however, inundation of the Californian coastline is not expected. The mainland tsunami advisory now extends along the full western seaboard of the U.S. This stretches from California's border with Mexico to Attu Island at the tip of the Alaska's, however you say that word, islands. So, yeah, folks, they've been using this word a lot in recent headlines for a reason. I don't necessarily think that this is the big one that they're referring to. I definitely don't think that this is the big one, but hopefully, hopefully nothing really, really, really bad happens out of this. But again, just be ready for anything because you never know. So I'm just getting the word out there just so you guys are aware that this just took place today. This just literally recently happened. And yeah, just have your guard up and be ready for anything. But I thank you guys for watching this video. Please share the video far and wide. And I'm out.